Hi, my name is Terry Shelton. Welcome to my channel, Against the Odds. It's about having a positive mindset, a positive attitude for a good outcome. And when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. This is my journey because I've had a lot of lemons thrown at me. I'm a double lung transplant, a stroke victim, heart surgery, kidney disease, and stroke. It all started when I was trying to find out what was wrong with me. It took me 5 years to figure out that I needed a double lung transplant. It was test after test from head to toe to make sure I didn't have anything else going on so they could put me on the transplant list. And after getting on the list, you have to make sure you have everything in order for when you get the call. And when you get the call, the organ is already with your doctor at the hospital, so you have a certain amount of time for them to get you there. And it's usually fly to whatever hospital you're having it, and a time frame because the organ is already there before you get there. My surgery took 11 and a half hours, and I was out for 6 days. And I can't imagine what my family was going through. Just make sure when you get on the transplant list, you have all the necessary arrangements made. For when you get the call, make sure you can get to the airport to meet the flight crew, the medevac crew, which is awesome, or at least mine was. And I know they all are because they wouldn't do it if they didn't have big hearts and knew what they were doing. I just remember the first part of it, the trip, talking to him when I was sitting there, and pretty soon they said, you'll have to lay down because we got to get an IV started. And that's the last thing I remember. I don't remember landing in the ambulance or getting to the hospital. I just remember waking up 6 days later and my family was around my bed and I was asking if I was dying because I didn't know what was going on. I just knew everybody was there. And the doctor said, no, sweetheart, you've made it this long, which I didn't know how long I had been out. I just knew I was just waking up. That's when my journey began. You have a lot of testing and a lot of follow-ups with the doctor, with the transplant clinic, and the transplant team, and you got to do what they say, have a good attitude, work hard. If they say don't do anything, don't do something, it's because they have bad happened in the past. So get a good attitude, mind your P's and Q's, and do what the doctors and the nurses said. So you have a good outcome. I didn't have a good outcome because when I woke up, I was on a ventilator. I couldn't move my head or anything. I was 2 days from going home and they took a lead out of my neck. They didn't lean me back when they took it out, and oxygen goes up. I was looking at her when she was taking it out, and caused an air bubble to go up and hit my frontal lobe, and that's what caused my stroke, which left me with a left side weakness that I've overcome. But when I woke up, I could only move my right thumb and my right leg, and it was involuntary. It was kicking everywhere. But I got a good attitude. I listened to the doctor, I listened to the nurses, I listened to the occupational therapist and the physical therapist and the speech therapist. And I got everything back except my left leg. And I've been in therapy every day, and I've been doing exercises at home when I've not been in therapy. I do exercises every night, and I still do every night, so I can hopefully get back to normal. I started PT again because I've started having spasms in my left leg, so I'm praying that it's waking up. You know, it's going to get better. From what I understood, that bad muscle grows back, but it only grows back a millimeter a month. So if you got a lot of damage in there, it's going to take a long time. It happened in 2018, so I'm going on, in June will be 6 years. So I'm going to go double up my exercises and have a good attitude with my therapy, physical therapy. And hopefully everything will get back to normal, and do a lot of praying. I thank God every morning and my donors' family. When you get the call, be sure and have everything around, everything ready. And like I said, you needed somebody to help you in the hospital and after you get home. You'll have to spend a certain amount of time after the surgery going back and forth to the doctor's appointments. So you need somebody to help you do that. I don't regret it at all, because I have a new grandbaby that I would have never been able to meet if I didn't have the lung transplant. If you're weighing on the fence still about having a transplant, I would thoroughly suggest it, because I don't know how much, but God is good, and He knows that you can hold on for as long as you want, and He gives you a number at His will. If you like this, please subscribe, like, and comment.